Hi, I'm Steve Walker with Sacramento Koi, manufacturer of the Advantage Bead Filter. For years now, we've been bragging about how remarkably easy it is to backwash this filter. In fact, we've said on occasions it's so easy to backwash that you could literally backwash it in a suit and tie without getting dirty. Today, we'd like to go ahead and demonstrate that. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the backwash instructions that come with each filter and go through them step by step to show you how easy this is. And we're going to start with step one. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to start by turning off the pump. Then we're going to turn the multi-port head to backwash and then turn the pump back on. This is designed to help break up the beads. You want to make sure you look at the top closure lid to make sure the beads are moving. Once the beads are moving well, then what you can do is turn off the pump, move the multi-port head to rinse, open up the ball valve, and turn on the blower. Once the blower is running, you'll want to watch the top closure lid to see when the bead media begins to tumble. Once the beads do begin to tumble, you'll want to leave the blower on for at least 30 to 60 seconds. Now this is the most important step in keeping your filter clean and operating properly. This step literally separates the fish waste and any debris captured by the filter. It does this by thoroughly agitating the filter media. To make it easier for you to perform this step, we developed a clear top closure lid for the filter. This lid makes it possible for you to see exactly what's going on inside the filter. Now with the blower still running, we're going to turn the filter to backwash. This step reverses the airflow so that the air from the blower enters the top of the filter. This causes all the dirt and water to be pushed down through the bottom of the filter and out the waistline. This step, which is unique to the Advantage filter, greatly reduces the amount of water needed to properly clean the filter compared to most other bead filters. And it's a real asset, again, at saving water. When you see the air coming out of the sight glass, then you can now turn off the blower, close the ball valve, and turn the pump back on. What this step does is it uses the pond water to clean any debris that may be still remaining in the filter. You'll want to keep watching the water in the sight glass until this becomes clear. This step can take from anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds depending upon how dirty the water was in the filter. Now, once it is clear, you can turn off the pump, move to rinse, and turn the pump back on. Once you go back to the rinse mode with the pump turned on, the filter will then begin to refill with water. As the water level in the tank rises, it will in effect perform a final rinse of the bead media. In this rinse mode, any dirt left on the bead media will then be discharged out the waistline instead of going back to the pond. This step assures that once you do finish backwashing the filter, only clean fresh water is allowed to return to the pond. Finally, when the water in the sight glass in this mode is clear, you can now turn off the pump, move the multi-port head to filter, and turn the pump back on. And at this point, you're finished. So that shows how fast and simple it is to backwash the Advantage filter. Now there's also a couple tips we'd like to share with you at this point that might help you in the future with your filter. One of them is that we recommend that maybe once a month or once every month and a half, you backwash the filter 2 times in a row. So you'll backwash it normal, but then go right back and backwash it again. This can be very insightful because if you backwash it a second time in a row and the water is perfectly clear, that means you're backwashing perfectly. If you backwash it a second time in a row and it's dirty the second time you backwash it, that shows you that maybe you're not leaving the blower on quite long enough when you backwash on your normal backwashing during the month, and you may want to leave it on a little longer just to get a more thorough backwash. The second point we'd like to share with you is that if you were to wait a little too long in between backwashing, maybe you're on vacation or you just got busy, and you go to backwash and you put the pump on and you turn it on and it doesn't break the beads loose on top of the filter to agitate them, go ahead and just turn off your pump, move to step 6 where you've got the blower on, and with the blower operating, running, go ahead and take the multi-port head while it's on the rinse and just push down on the handle kind of rhythmically, maybe once every 10 seconds or so, and see if that doesn't break them up. Because what that does is it keeps the pressure on the blower against the beads, then it releases, up against the beads, it releases again. And sometimes just pushing that out a couple times will help break loose the beads so that the whole agitation starts over again. And the last tip we'd like to share is people oftentimes will call us and say, look, I got a really big fish load. Would it be all right for me to backwash more than once a week? Well, actually, it works out fine. But you need to wait for the filter to completely get established, the beneficial bacteria in there. And that takes a minimum of 3 to 6 months. But once you have a mature filter, you can backwash it once a day if you'd like to, and it'll have no ill effects on the bacteria. In fact, to verify that, we took our standard filter on our showroom and we installed our automatic backwash system on that, and we set it up so that it would backwash once a day, and we left it on there for 9 months. So this filter is being backwashed with a pretty good load of fish once a day, and we have no signs of ammonia or nitrites showing up at all. So it can be very effective once the filter matures. So we hope these tips have helped you in this backwash video, and if you have any questions in the future, don't hesitate to call us.